Here's the bond in question, the birth certificate. I'm the natural person, natural man, and I'm not surety for this bond here, but I got it right here in my hand.
You have to turn your first of all, Mr. Latney, you have to turn your camera on. I can't.
I'm the natural person, but the all capitals name, which is topography that you are dealing with the all caps, that's this birth certificate. I'm not that all capital name. The all capital name is this birth certificate right here. I'm the natural person.
I don't know what you talk about. You're confusing me.
I'm confused too. I'm confused too.
Okay, well, we're both confused. I need to see.
I have a police officer.
Oh, really?
Yes, that helps.
So, whoa. Is that what the log notes indicate?
Yes.
So, there was no probable cause found. And so that was not done. And I'm going to say this. They knew the reason. Mr. Lee understood what I was doing and putting me in custody. The prosecutor's office, I think, was given the representation made to this court, was under an obligation to contact this court immediately upon notification that those charges were not brought, knowing that affected Mr. Lee's liberty. And I'm not.
This is the city of Detroit versus Antoine Pierre Latney. His number is SP 1445437 SP 162203661, SP 1627402, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Latney, please state your name for the record.
Here's a special appearance. Here's the bond in question, the birth certificate. I'm the natural person, natural man, and I'm not surety for this bond here, but I got it right here in my hand.
You have to turn your first of all, Mr. Latney, you have to turn your camera on. I can't talk to you without seeing who I'm talking to.
And I withdraw my appearance, Your Honor.
Why do you withdraw your appearance so quick, Mr. Harris?
Because it appears he does not need the assistance of counsel.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I should start my video, but it's doing something like.
Mr. Ostrowski, you might want, I don't know if that's a cigarette. I would take that out if I were you. Good job.
It says start your video, so you got to start your video, all right?
I'm going to use my phone, I guess.
Are you all right? Well, however you do it, I'll pass the matter until you get it together, all right?
All right.
Let's go back on the record with Latney. So, Mr. Latney, state your name for the record, please.
I'm making a special appearance. I'm Antoine, the natural man. And here goes his topography, all capital name, Antoine Pierre Latney bond that you guys are questioning. I'm making a special appearance on this.
Mr. Latney, I have no clue what you're holding up or what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the birth certificate. I'm holding up the birth certificate of Antoine Pierre Latney.
Okay, and who is Antoine Pierre Latney?
That's I'm the natural person, but the all capitals name, which is topography that you are dealing with the all caps, that's this birth certificate. I'm not that all capital name. The all capital name is this birth certificate right here. I'm the natural person.
I don't know what you talk about. You're confusing me.
I'm confused too. I'm confused too.
Okay, well, we're both confused. I need to see Antoine Pierre Latney. That's who I need to see.
I'm Antoine in the natural form, flesh and blood, right here. How you doing?
So you're Antoine Latney, right?
No. Are you referring to the all capital name?
Bro, we trying to go. You making this shit longer than it got to be.
I know it.
I'm gonna pass the matter until I get Antoine Latney.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, Latney. Let's get this over with. Yeah, let's do this because it's gonna linger on. And Mr. Latney, let's go back on the record with Antonio and Antoine
For the record,
Antoine Pierre
for the
Latney.
record, I'm making a special appearance. I'm
Okay.
Antoine Pierre Latney,
Oh,
and I'm
my
making a
God.
special appearance for this bond. I do not assume any responsibility for that all capitals name that you guys have in front of you or anywhere else.
Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put my appearance back on the record. Sherica Harris on behalf of the natural person, Antoine Latney. And I will ask for a breakout room, but I am ready on Johnny Gatewood if we could do that matter first.
We'll get Johnny Gatewood out here. But you know something, Ms. Harris, I don't know if Mr. Latney knows that we get a lot of attention from these bloggers and these what do you
Well,
call
it's
them?
just that it's like I drive for a living, but when I get into my regular car, I
Mr.
don't get
Latney,
paid.
Mr. Latney, if I were you, I wouldn't talk. I mean, well, I'm sorry, you might not be Mr. Latney, but the person representing, I wouldn't talk if I were you. Give me a moment to speak with you in the breakout room before you make a whole lot of statements on the record, please and thank you.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So let's I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Latney. Have a conversation with you don't object to that, do you? Having a conversation with Ms. Harris?
No.
No. So have a conversation with Ms. Harris and then just wait on her. I'm gonna get Mr. Gatewood out of here and then we'll hear what you have to say, all right?
Yes, sir. That's great.
All right, let's go back on the record. Let's go back on the record with Latney. Mr. Latney, what is this? How is this dismissed, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Latney. I was able to ascertain that he does have insurance that expires December 2nd, 2024. He did show me his receipt. Mr. Bowman was kind enough to take the receipt for the registration. And he also showed me his Georgia license that was issued in January of 21 and expires March of 29. My understanding is that would take care of the matters that were before the court. We would ask the court to adopt the recommendation to dismiss.
All right. If that's the recommendation, we will adopt it and to get Mr. Latney on his way. Because I don't know how you check a Georgia license, but we'll adopt the recommendation. Mr. Latney, you still owe $174 for an expired plate, an old expired plate, and $108 for an old no valid registration, all right?
Your Honor, if I could inquire as to how old those are?
They're too old for me to set aside. I can give you the date, but I'm not gonna set it aside.
Thank you, Your Honor. I thought I would try.
Yeah, you can't help but try. That is the last year, April the 8th. Dismiss for providing
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Latney, those matters were dismissed, but you do have some that still have to be paid.
All right, Mr. Latney, you understand that?
What was what's the criteria?
No, you just owe 2 old civil infractions that you never paid. An expired plate and a no registration, $174 and $108. The other matters that the court calls in the record are dismissed. All right.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
Good job, Ms. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Lee, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Don Lee. All right. Hey, where are we on this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a driver's license case and I have discussed this with Mr. Lee. He will be accepting the offer extended to plead to MCL 257.326.
So, Your Honor, I'd move to add count 2 of MCL 257.326, allowing an ineligible person to drive, you accept that guilty plea to add count 2, I move to dismiss count 1.
Raise your hand. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Don Lee.
This court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of allowing an ineligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And understanding all that, still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the date of February 10th, 2024, Michigan Road near Moon Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. Did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you allow someone who is otherwise ineligible to operate that motor vehicle?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Just very, very briefly, Your Honor, Mr. Lee is asking that the court consider sentencing him to time served. I do acknowledge he wasn't arraigned on this case until September 19th and only has 9 days credit, albeit he was not being held on this case. Outside of that, I just leave it in the court's discretion.
Anything you want to say, Mr. Lee?
And I just wanted to get this over with and keep him going.
You come back on that other thing tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
He's up on the 8th.
On the 8th.
For exam, Your Honor.
Just trying to recall, when I put you into custody, did we set an exam? Is that what we
Yes.
did?
Exam is on the 8th.
Before me?
No, it's before Judge Burke.
Okay. All right, I'll take a look at that because I just, all right.
I think I have the file up, Your Honor. Did the court have a question I could help with?
Well, I put him into custody, but I know I told him I was going to take a look at that on the remand into custody on it because it came as a result of a police report regarding something else happening.
Yes, it was because there is a new case that is coming down the pipe, to which Ms. Blanche said that the warrant was going to be authorized that day, I believe. Mr. Lee advises, and I don't see anything to contradict that, he hasn't been arraigned on that new charge yet, however, but the 2 ones that he was in front of Your Honor for last week for PCC are set for exam, both cases in front of Judge Burke on October 8th. He's represented by Sam Bernstein in one and the public defenders in the other.
Okay, so my question becomes all right, that's right. That refreshes my memory. Where's that other case? Because the thing, I'm not asking.
Okay.
You don't know.
I know I ain't been arraigned on it.
No, I know, but I'm trying because
the moment he separated himself from his own name, he didn't just confuse the judge. He removed the one thing that could have helped him, a legal identity the court could work with. Without that, there's no one to dismiss, no one to negotiate for, and no one to walk free.
So Your
I don't know. Did I change his bond on? I did change his bond on that. He was supposed to then be arraigned on the other case, but that case was supposed to get. There was supposed to be a timing on that case to get down. So I remanded him. He was going to be held on these cases, on the ones that are set for exam. And then that other case was going to come down, expected that he might be in on that case. But if that case hasn't come down, I'm not going to be very happy right now.
Yes, to my understanding, Your Honor, he has not been arraigned on that new case, but the 2 cases that are already set for exam in front of Judge Burke, currently his bond is $15,000 on each of those cases.
Correct. I get that. What?
You raised it was a PI bond and you raised it up.
I put it up because of the representation of these other cases, but those other cases were supposed. What's the status of that other case?
Your Honor, Ashley Latney, for the people on behalf of talk about these other matters. So if I'm reading this correctly, other cases was a resisting and obstructing case that was supposed to be coming down. Is that Ms. Page, is that correct?
I don't think that was, it was involving a car accident and some other stuff.
I don't know the exact charges that were to be authorized, but I know the incident date was before the ones that are currently set for exam.
Right.
That being said,
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, where is that case? Because my problem here is that, and Mr. Lee is certainly not always the most cooperative person in the world, and he knows that. But he got remanded because his other case was coming down.
Correct.
And so I'm trying to, and I think there was a representation that it had been signed off or it was someplace, and the expectation was that case was going to get sworn out. While in custody, he'd be arraigned. And then there would be, based upon the facts of that case, a bond set that was likely or may have, I won't say, I can't say for sure, may have kept him in custody, which is why I did what I did.
That was my understanding, Your Honor.
I just need a little bit more information.
Go, look.
So I want to understand, Mr. Lee was last before the court for PCCs. The court is saying on the 26th or the 18th.
I think it was a week ago, wasn't it? I think it was
the 20.
I think it was the 26th. He was before me.
I have some help helping right now. So the new case, which does appear to be related to fleeing and eluding charges, dated incident 8/29/9/20 to 9/2. It appears that case was authorized, signed by my office on 9/26. And I don't see.
That's what was indicated to the court on the record, that it was signed off on 9/26. But then there was a representation that it was going to get sworn to. It was signed off by your office. I think that's what was represented to me. It was going to get sworn to so that Mr. Lee could be arraigned on it.
My understanding is that Magistrate Fink signed that case on September 30th. It is likely,
well, then why hasn't he been arraigned?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It may be in a stack of things that are waiting to be entered. That's been happening.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
that will not happen. Miss.
Can you tell me what the jurisdiction is?
Yes.
It's not.
It's
not
Ypsilanti City. It's Ypsilanti City.
It's a city case.
No,
It's a sheriff's office. It's a sheriff's office arrest that occurred in Ypsilanti City.
I show with the 14B.
Okay, so it's on the line. It said the swear out was on the 30th. Yeah.
I have a police officer.
Oh, really?
Yes, that helps.
So, whoa. Is that what the log notes indicate?
Yes,
So there are no charges.
correct. It says court does not find probable cause.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Just hold. That's what it says?
Yes.
So there is no case.
Can I confirm the police report number for that?
Mr. Lee, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have them take you back
Okay.
and we'll try to figure everything out, have you brought back out, and I'll do what I gotta do.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate, with and on behalf of Mr. Lee, who stands to my right.
I still have to sentence him on the driving wheel or the operating wheel. So we've taken a look at it. That complaint that I put Mr. in custody on there was no probable cause found. And so that was not done. And I'm going to say this. They knew the reason. Mr. Lee understood what I was doing and putting me into custody. The prosecutor's office, I think, was given the representation made to this court, was under an obligation to contact this court immediately upon notification that those charges were not brought, knowing that that affected Mr. Lee's liberty. And I'm not happy that I wasn't contacted at all. Anything you want to say before I sentence him on his misdemeanor?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I would just reiterate his request be sentenced to time served on that misdemeanor.
Fines and costs of $250. Those fines and costs are waived in their entirety. 90 days suspended on that case. With reference to his felony matters, those will continue to preliminary examination on October 8th before Judge Burke. Bond on those cases, both will be set at personal recovery. The conditions will remain. They never left. It's just they took his liberty on something that didn't get authorized. You're going to be free to go, Mr. Lee.
So I'm going home today?
You're going to be let out, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Court's going to stand in recess.
All rise. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All rise. The 14th District Court for County of Washington, State of Michigan is now back in session. The Honorable Judge J. Sessions to preside.
Has the state prosecutor left?
I think so.
She needs to get back in here because I'm going back on the record on Mr. Lee. I don't know who else has that case. You may be seated, folks. Yes. At 1 o'clock?
Yeah,
I want her here because I need a message gotten to that office right away. Court is recalling the cases of the people versus Don Lee, both his felonies and his misdemeanor cases.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pay on behalf of Mr. Lee.
I'm going to waive Mr. Lee's appearance because they took him down so he could be processed out immediately. But I want to make a record clear and know, and I realize, Ms. Lundy, you were not the one involved, but I am more than livid right now because this case, we went back and checked our records. Mr. Lee was taken into custody on the people's representation regarding the previous case. I took him into custody at 11:43 a.m. on June 26th. After having him wait here in court, I took him into custody on that date, and it's important, at 11:43 a.m. on the 26th. There was an attempt to swear out that case that was done before Magistrate Fink less than an hour later at 12:31 p.m., where the magistrate did not find probable cause. And this court was not informed. Mr. Lee was in custody. It was another attempt made to swear out that complaint on the 30th. Again, no probable cause. It is inexcusable that the prosecutor on their representations had this court act that deprived Mr. Lee of his liberty for 7 days. Inexcusable. So, Ms. Lundy, again, while you are not the person that was involved in this, but has done, I will expect a call from Ms. Burton Harris regarding this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here's what actually happened in this courtroom, and it's not what most people will notice watching it back. Antoine came in with a sovereign citizen strategy, the all-caps name argument, the birth certificate as a prop, the natural man declaration. These are moves pulled from sovereign citizen playbooks that have failed in courts across the country for decades. Judges have seen them thousands of times. They don't work legally because courts recognize the person standing in front of them, not the theory they arrived with. What saved Antoine wasn't his argument. It was his attorney who quietly stepped back into the case, got him into a breakout room, and discovered he actually had valid documentation, insurance, a registration receipt, and a current license. That paperwork did in 5 minutes what the sovereign argument couldn't do in 3 attempts. The cases with real documentation got dismissed. The 2 old unpaid fines, the expired plate and the no registration, stayed. Not because the court was unfair, because those debts existed before he walked in, and no legal theory removes a debt that was never challenged at the time it was issued. The final number, $282 still owed. Not a disaster. But the lesson sitting underneath it is this. The sovereign argument didn't protect him. His attorney and his paperwork did. 2 completely different things. The people who study these cases know courts aren't confused by the natural man strategy. They've just learned to wait it out, because eventually the real person always shows up. Here's what actually happened in this courtroom, and why it matters beyond Don Lee. Don Lee came in on a minor misdemeanor, allowing someone without a license to drive your car. That's a $100 fine situation. But the prosecutor's office told this judge that a bigger, more serious case was coming. They said the warrant was signed. They said it was being sworn out. The judge, based entirely on those representations, locked Don Lee up. That is how the system is supposed to work. A judge trusts the prosecutor. The prosecutor gives accurate information. Liberty is protected. But what actually happened? The magistrate looked at that case less than an hour after Don Lee was taken into custody and found no probable cause, no charges. The case didn't exist in any meaningful legal way, and nobody told the judge. Not that day, not the next day, not for 7 days. 7 days in custody, not because Don Lee was convicted, not because a judge independently found reason, but because the prosecutor's office made representations to the court and then went silent when those representations fell apart. The judge didn't call this a mistake. He called it inexcusable. That word carries weight. It signals that accountability is expected, not just an apology. Don Lee walked out on time served for a misdemeanor he pleaded guilty to. His felony cases continue. His fight isn't over. But what this hearing exposed is something that doesn't get talked about enough. The system depends on honest communication between prosecutors and judges. When that breaks down, it isn't paperwork that suffers. It's someone's freedom. Watch what happens after the paperwork in cases like this. That's usually where the real story lives.